Hello everybody and welcome to January-February issue of Is Your Ex Coming Back? Just really quick note, like, don't freak out. You don't want to ex back. Do not watch this. It's not for you. This is simply the series for people who still feel connection with someone. They're in on and off relationship. They're not able to break the bones. I am going to, if you're the first time here, really give you a quick review of the spread that I'm doing for this situation. If you have been here before, you know the spread, then just like look, I think I'm going to put down here or which time stamp to go to, and just you go directly in the reading. So for this reading I am actually designating 7 cards, and they are significators, which means just like a title of a book, each category is going to tell me a little bit about that relationship. For the first card, the Magician, it's pretty much going to tell me if this relationship is starter. So I'll actually give the more detailed explanations for those of you who ordered the spread, which is still on the special for $50 if you really want to find about your relationship. The second card, Temperance Reversed, is really talking about things that need to be glued in a relationship. Then these are 2 significators. Either of them can be you, and it's kind of the energy and maybe communication in between. Now, what is basically the karmic intervention? What basically karma things that you need to work on in this time, and what should happen? And also the next steps in the relationship. So hopefully this kind of like gave you a really quick overview. I didn't kind of like spend too much time about that, so let's just jump straight in the readings. Hello Capricorn, and if you feel that your cards got messed up, they were, so I'm going to include the footage with Safi at the end of this video because it was going on. So let's see what's going on over here. So what do you have? 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, 9 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, 3 of Wands, and 10 of Wands. Wands. There is lots of enthusiasm over something. There's lots of willingness to go like that extra mile. There's lots of also willingness and understanding, like there is like absolutely shift of energy over here. You are, and I don't know if you check my oracle messages, especially for this week, please do. I'm going to link them at the end of this video. This is really talking about understanding of what makes you happy. I still see that being that earth that you really are is something really dominant over here. For you, for your relationships to work, you really need to feel comfortable. You need to know who you are, and you need to know how to move forward in your relationship, right? I really don't think that you would kind of like grab something that, you know, it doesn't really sync with what is your idea of how the day goes. Like, I mean, for example, you want to have lunches together, and it is really important. You want to really work hard in order to be able to afford certain things, and you really want your partner who is going to contribute. Now, having a 4 of Wands over here, it tells me, and you see this is one of those cards because these are taken from a different deck, it tells me that there is like a little bit of issue of how to move forward, if at all, because there is like a level of comfort that you have in about who you are, and this is repeating it over here clearly, especially if you're a Capricorn lady, saying, look, I can't fight, but there is a limit to what I want to do. So this, to me, it's a very realistic approach. It is kind of like saying, look, you know, I'm giving a deadline. Up to that point, I want certain things to happen, and I am just relaxed. I'm not kind of like being tense in every single date and every single day. I'm just simply going with the flow. You know, there is that saying, give them a rope and they're going to hang themselves. Well, if they don't, that's a really great news. But at the same time, you're really hopeful that something or somebody would come back, and that's actually really how it appears to be. There is like somebody, you see, this is my ultimate bridge over troubled waters card, and in this particular case, troubled waters, calm waters, somebody's going forward. But now there is like this kind of like coming back to maybe a situation which is not necessarily entirely rosy. I can see here that maybe it was just simple separation because somebody's living in a different kind of like place, and hence, of course, these are long-term relationships are really intense, but they're also, that can also breed mistrust, especially if you live in a different time zone, right? And it wouldn't be the first one that kind of like, you know, you feel you're going in sync, you're going toward the same direction, and surprised that somebody's getting married, right? But over here, I definitely feel that you're being very cautious, and it could be even you, that you're hesitant in going in a new direction. And there is like that you don't want this person just to come back. You know how so many people are just happy, oh, you're back, honey, everything will be okay, sort of like the happy ending of that Hollywood movie. But what happens after is really the problem, because you are really looking here for some kind of explanations. You are asking yourself, you're asking this partner, hey, you know, are you really my friend? Are you my partner? Can we kind of like do this thing called relationship together, right? This 10 of, you see, that is like kind of like next step. You're going from 9 to 10 of wands. But this can sometimes signify, like, you know, talk, signify burdens. It can sometimes signify secrets. And you definitely want clarity. Like, it is kind of like really interesting to me that we have, as far as your partner, 3 creatures over here that all have their backs turned to us. So maybe you feel, you know, that you are so sufficient, that your love and your willingness to move in a new direction is like really going to be so important that somehow you're going to disarm them. But I would still say kind of be cautious, kind of like when you're going in this direction, because they might come back. But it seems like situation might just simply repeat itself. So, okay, let's see what else I can find out over here. You have the High Priestess, and then you have like the 10 of Pentacles. Interestingly enough, we have this 7 of Pentacles. You guys are extremely positive, like you're having like unbelievable positive attitude. I really admire you for this. There are lots of new beginnings that you really want to do. Like there is like maybe a question even about marriage or about something that needs to be very, very serious over here. But at the same time, is this decision including a betrayal of some sort, or are you afraid? Here you are back. You really love Capricorn, don't you? What, you missed the cards once already. Say I love Capricorn. Say it. Say it. Do you love Capricorn? There you go. That was like a really, really hesitant yes. Come on, Sophie. Of the reading. Of the reading. Come here. Come on. Yes, you're very pretty. That's what she did the first time. And I waited and I waited and I waited. She didn't want to go. I had to pet her. But this time, I just really, I'm so into your reading that I really don't want to let go. Now, I do have some worries over here. I have worries that maybe there is another person that is included over here in this whole situation. And I can still see this kind of like very wisdom, wizard, observant energy over here that is like really possibly something that you have. There are like also issues. There are some issues that I would say family or children that kind of like seem to be very, very prominent. There is like this essence of juggling over here. So who is juggling? What kind of conversation is about juggling? You are still looking at things. Look at that. This is typical Capricorn in a very pragmatic way. Hey, we can do it just if this and this happens. But it's not just if. You need to kind of like take really serious look to whatever this is, right? In order for this to move forward. Now, they're coming here as the sun. So they are coming back. And even though maybe kind of like there's like some sense of defeat or some sense of, well, you know, I don't know, like they feel a little bit disillusioned over everything, and I kind of like don't like to see that very much. But I also have this essence of kind of like turning a new leaf, a new beginning, almost as if you're giving it another chance, but also giving it another chance with understanding that this is now to be really, really serious. This, of course, sounds to be a little bit tricky with this combination, which I really think that some of you are really kind of like cautious in how to continue this relationship, given that something may have happened where you feel that maybe there's like some interference with your relationship, that somebody else you know, is possibly present over here, because there is like this unhappiness, I would say, in a household, or it doesn't necessarily have to be yours, but there is like somebody who is not necessarily happy. This card also can mean different things. This card can mean, well, you don't feel you're going to necessarily be accepted, or that this person is going to be accepted by your family, or it's somebody who is like really an oddball, right? You are not Aquarius, you're Capricorn. For Aquarians, yay, yeah, crazy is the crazier the better. And you're not this way. You kind of like really seek systems, and that way you're minimizing all the issues and things that can go wrong. Not that they would have to go, and you are showing up. What's going on? It's a promenade today. You guys are very lucky. You're getting both of my fellows. Guys, say hi, Matrix. Say hi. There you go. You're getting Matrix as well. So that's something really special. Yes, I love you too very much. This one is not as cuddly, other than like a minute night. He needs to kind of like down and sleep with me, but he's a big boy that can mess up these cards really, really easily. So let me just go quickly to see where I see this all heading. There is a karma card. There is like some kind of clearing or karma that happens. I really like how many of these pentacles I have around you. There is like this essence. You really feel that you need to repair imbalance. There is like some sense of imbalance. Maybe you feel you have given more and you didn't get anything back. But you need to really reassess, given that now I see these two sixes, if maybe you were just giving out and expecting somebody to repay you, but you can address it differently. You don't have to keep giving. You can just now keep seeing if this person really has it in them, or if they are going to kind of like create that balance. You see, when the Judgment card shows up, I always feel there is a connection. So this could be a twin flame connection, it could be past lives connection. This marriage here could simply mean that you met this person, you know this person for 2 weeks, 2 months, but you feel you know them your entire life, right? But you also feel, why do I feel so familiar, and the familiarity with them, and yet it's creating such a big, you know, maybe even turmoil in my life. But I really wouldn't say that you're going to have a turmoil, because I guess in your situation it might be conversations about where do we go next. And then of course, you know that saying, beware what you wish for, you might get it, right? Because look at these nines that you are getting, right? So you might get it. It might be a solution that can still create problems. Maybe when you get it, how to resolve it. There is yet another 9. I don't know, like if you have a Virgo or Taurus or Leo or water signs prominently either in your chart, or you're dealing with these people, because I kind of like really see them hanging around. And there is like another 6. So there you go. We have a confirmation. This is a highly charismatic and karmic relationship, because it could be somebody who you know for a while. It could be the question of somebody with whom you have the kids. There is like some essence of rebuilding there. Again, you really don't know what is the wise thing to do in the situation, right? In some instances you want to move forward, in some others you don't want to move forward. Temperance is really, really good angel, right? Angel Gabriel is here to say, wait, you actually have 2 angels showing up over here, almost as if you're going to have a very spiritual guidance, which is going to be combined with your pragmatic approach to everything. So you're going to ask questions. You're going to say, look, I really want to build it, but I want to build it on a proper ground. So you're doing everything that needs to be done. It's not going to be smooth sailing entirely, because yeah, you still might have anxiety, still might be some kind of like issues that are causing triggers. But if anything, I mean, it feels like the person did some things in the past that made you suspicious or made you not to be fully trusting. But if anything, I have to tell you that they're really trying to kind of like work their way through and kind of like be honest, be transparent, be candid. I absolutely see that over here. So good for you, Capricorn. And again, this is general reading. To get your own reading, check my website, cattarot.ca, and get it over there. So you can order it. It's still on special for $50. Also, my annual tarot scopes are on special. Check this out as well. And if you have any questions, all my information is like down in the below box. So I'm looking forward to talking to you soon. Until the next time, guys, I love you and have a wonderful January. I would like to know what is this dramatic thing, guys, that you are doing. So please leave me a note. All the best. Love you. Hello, Capricorn. You got somebody to rearrange your reading, right, Seth? You love Capricorns? So why aren't you more often in their reading? So Capricorns, if this is your first time that you are here, then welcome to being introduced to my little kitty Sappy. She's actually a little good luck charm.